On Wednesday, November 29th, a national forum on Pledge to Impact Gender-Responsive Political Parties was organized at the Toshan Hotel. The forum was held as part of the project promoting gender equality in public decision-making and women's empowerment in Mongolia, implemented by the United Nations Development Program, Mongolia, with support from KOICA. During the forum, political parties in Mongolia were called to continue their leadership, fulfill their pledges, and follow up their promises with concrete actions.
UNDP are very proud of this engagement that we have with great support from KOICA. It is about strengthening political participation of women, and that is at the core of the gender equality, one of the fundamentals of the human rights, in fact. Not for the sake only of being a human rights per se, but also for the sake of making sure that the development in any country, and of course for Mongolia, is based on the not interests, but also is made together by both genders, both male and female. Political participation of women is extremely important part of the gender equality, and in the world, and in Mongolia we see that there is a lot of room for improvement. I wish to stress one important development that came immediately after the law on elections has been amended to include this quota for women's participation. It has been extremely important that immediately after the 10 political parties of Mongolia made a pledge that they will revise internal procedures, internal ways of thinking and nominating the candidates and supporting the candidates, so that it complements the law and helps the law become reality.
As the main stakeholder of representative democracy, political parties signed a pledge to support gender equality and women's engagement on April 23rd of 2023. Since then, political parties have demonstrated noticeable efforts in reducing barriers to gender equality at the decision-making level, initiating comprehensive interventions and taking effective steps aimed at being gender-responsible, human rights-focused, sensitive policy institutions. The forum featured panel discussions on the success and impacts of gender-responsive political parties and on the next steps to be taken, where representatives from political parties such as the Democratic Party of Mongolia, the Hun Party, and the Mongolian People's Party took part and shared their perspectives.
In Mongolia, political parties in collaboration with the United Nations, non-governmental organizations, and civil societies have been implementing a joint project on promoting gender responsiveness in political parties. It's been 2 years, and through this forum held today, we are evaluating the results so far of this project. As we know, gender equality is the fifth goal of the 2030 Sustainable Development Goals. Political parties are pledging to promote gender equality at the decision-making level. We set a goal of women being at least 30% of candidates running for the 2024 parliamentary elections, and maybe further extend that to 40% of candidates in the 2028 elections.
Over 7,000 members and supporters from 17 political parties participated and benefited from 17 comprehensive actions aimed at fostering internal party democracy that promotes gender equality and equal representation of women in politics and supporting female politicians.